Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the third episode of the most prolific podcast representing the 0.0000001% of the global population. This is the I Would Be Down show. I am one of your hosts. I am Chris Soriano. I'm joined by the effervescent, the wonderfully, gloriously haired future doctor, Joseph Seward.
Hey, it takes a lot of work, you know. Been doing this for years. Working on my hair.
Is that a barber's job that has caused that? Are you getting your hair cut from a nice barber? Are you going to like a nice salon?
No, Victoria cuts it.
Really?
Yeah.
Not only can she draw, she can style the hair.
She's multi-dimensional.
Multifaceted. Yeah. Spouse.
Very talented. Very talented.
Very talented. Wow. Yeah. Well, when I will say when during the pandemic and I wasn't getting a haircut, my wife was cutting my hair with clippers.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
How'd
just
that go?
literally it was good. Well,
Yeah.
I mean it is what it is. But
right.
It's just one setting on the clipper and you know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like Victoria's cut my hair since we've been married, which was 8 years this past Monday.
Wow! And congrats, happy anniversary!
Thank you. And I think, the first couple were, she learned a little bit, and then I never really had an issue since. It's always been good.
Did she go with a YouTube video?
No, I don't think she ever looked it up.
Really?
I think she just started doing it, and
that is talent, bro.
Yeah, she's crazy good, like with arts and crafts stuff, and like you kind of can imagine haircuts.
I love it.
Artsy.
I love it.
I don't know. I love it too.
All right, so had a little pause because I messed up. These things happen when you're recording a show as epic as I Would Be Down. Yeah. So, Joe, we have a fairly packed show today.
Ooh.
When in our last episode we talked about food for all. Do you remember that?
I do. Yes. Yeah.
That was a pretty cool thing. So
it was.
Thinking about it now, I keep thinking, especially when we talked about Mr. Beast Burger.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about restaurants that have all these that just have virtual locations.
Right.
So it's really no surprise that, some more famous restaurants are starting to make their way to other areas.
Mm-hmm.
For example, because we're talking about the rise of the virtual kitchen. Have you had Witch Witch?
I have, yes. Yeah.
Do you like Witch Witch?
I had it once when I was in Omaha.
Yeah.
And it was really expensive, and I don't remember if I really liked it, but I liked the customization of it.
Yeah, I liked that they had they have cheese whiz as a topping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, they have this. I can't even. That made my tongue just fall out of my mouth. I was like, but it is a roast beef and cheese whiz sandwich combo. I forgot what it was called, but it's delicious.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, and the one thing that they took away that I dislike is that they actually used to offer cookies. And when they had the cookies, they put them on the conveyor into the oven just like the sandwiches. So I once had chocolate chips on the back of my sub because a cookie touched it. It was fine because the cookie was delicious.
Yeah, right.
But my personal favorite cookie is oatmeal raisin. So having a nice warm oatmeal raisin cookie come out of the oven next to my sandwich, so good. In any case, Witch is now landing in London. But the thing about this is that they're actually doing it as a virtual kitchen.
Huh.
Meaning that, and basically a lot of it, COVID protocols, obviously their situation in the UK is much different than it is here in terms of very contagious variants and whatnot. So they're actually using a couple of virtual kitchens that I guess they're leasing from someone, and they're only delivering.
Okay.
So, that's kind of the new thing, right? So you have same with Mr. Beast Burger, at least here in Omaha, they're running their kitchen and delivering out of a Golden Corral.
Right.
So I mean, it's only a matter of time before, you know, it's almost um, what would you call that? Is that kind of uh, like an artist's collective, like a restaurant collective, where you
Right,
have different brands coming together and
right.
leasing, kitchen space to come out and yeah, I think it's actually a very smart way to test, at the very least, to test if your brand or menu would make it in another market, regardless if it was, on the east coast of the United States or all the way in England of all
Right.
cases.
You're gonna start seeing. I think we're gonna start seeing like shopping malls where it's just a one big shopping mall that has a kitchen in it, and then a
Hmm.
bunch of different restaurants that virtually cook out of there.
I would not be surprised, and they deliver.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's so interesting. It's crazy because it seems like the restaurant industry is going to the same thing as like Amazon, for instance, for
Hmm.
retail. When is Amazon gonna start making food and delivering food too?
I was just watching a friend of mine, not a friend of mine, a blogger that I follow. They just moved to a house
Could be a
in,
friend.
should be a friend.
Yeah.
They were out in Vegas and they built a house and they have a food, not a, well, I guess it could be a food, but they have a packaged parcel box built into the side of their front door.
Hmm.
So you could you just, drop your package right
Yeah.
there. And I was like, that would be so cool to have like a little thing where you just, obviously that kind of opens you up to some really dangerous types of
Right.
packages, but it looked like a nuclear lockboxes. But in
Right.
any case, would you be down for this idea?
I think so. I mean, I'm not down for food delivered anyways because I don't like paying the price. I'm already got to buy the food, which is already more than what it would cost to make it myself.
Right.
So if I'm going to buy the food, I might as well just get off my butt and go get it.
But
Um,
that's like the new product, right?
right,
Convenience.
right,
It's about
right.
convenience. Safety,
Exactly.
and you're paying for safety and convenience at this point.
Right. I think it's uh, a cool idea, and I think it's going to blow up everywhere. I mean,
Yeah,
as
I
soon
would
as it's
love
successful,
for,
everyone's going to do it.
specifically for old restaurants that have left this area, that
Oh
I
yeah.
wish would come back, like Macaroni Grill or Buca de
Mm-hmm.
Beppo.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite a few restaurants that are no longer here. That, I mean, obviously other factors kind of weighed into it, but especially now with currently the issue right now is that nobody can hire anybody because nobody wants to work because
Right.
they don't have enough staff. I mean, this
Right.
is this is definitely could be an option. So,
Well, I think a lot of people like this better too because then
hmm,
they don't have to go and they don't have to like they probably are going to still tip the people who bring you the food, but like they don't have to tip a waiter. There's no weird social thing about that, and then like you don't have to have waiters anymore
hmm,
because I imagine we're going to see a lot of restaurants doing this in the future.
I think so too. And I think I mean, like I said, obviously we're looking way into the future, but one of my favorite movies of all time is The Fifth Element.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea that a sushi boat would actually
Right.
drive up to your window
Right.
and you would be able to just have handmade rolls right there, and he runs away, have some conversation, he goes somewhere else. That's like that this is, I'm not gonna say that this is the stepping stone to that, but gosh.
Yeah. Just imagine like all the fast food places, even just fast food, right? Because
Hmm.
which is technically fast food.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's definitely not, well, is it?
It's like a Subway. I don't.
So you would say it's like a fast casual almost,
I'd be
right?
like it's Chipotle, right? Like Chipotle is not fast food, but it's not a restaurant.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, but like think of Steak and Shake. We don't have Steak and Shake. You guys don't have Steak and Shake in Omaha, but something like
No, but
this,
it's a couple hours away.
right? But something like that could increase their chances of making money and not having to like build a building. They don't have to have the infrastructure if they can just rent it from somebody.
That's true. I would take a chili five way
Yeah,
from
or like
Steak and
In and Out
Shake.
burgers. Like what I don't know.
Oh, I
In and Out.
know. I would
Like
take a double double in a heartbeat, animal
see,
style.
I've never had In and Out, but I'm just saying. I'm just trying to think
What?
of.
Oh,
Yeah,
you gotta have it.
I've never been to a place. Well, okay, I was in Vegas, but we never went. So
Ah, we could talk for hours about food, couldn't we?
I could.
But what if you could make your own food?
What do you mean? Because
Like, what if you
I hate
grew your own
cooking.
food?
Oh, like
Are you into growing? Are you into growing food for sustenance?
so we tried that last year. I've always wanted to have a garden. So we tried that last year. And as soon as the dogs figured out what it was, we no longer had anything in our garden.
I see.
So we finally had broccoli that sprouted and it was gone.
Nice. How was that?
I
Did
don't
you
know.
even
The
get to eat
dogs ate it.
it? They ate all of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
We had a lot of carrots. The carrots were pretty good.
How the
They
dogs
found the
like the
peppers
broccoli?
and
Do they have the stinky toots?
they just love broccoli. I don't know. I
Does
don't know.
well to all of our audio listeners and even video listeners, if you had that issue, just let us know in the comments. I'm curious to know.
Yeah. Right.
Did have you grown food and your dogs eat them all?
Yeah. I think they even like took the stalks out of the ground and like played with them in the yard and like ate the stalks. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't know. So
Well, I definitely not that I need motivation to grow food. I think it's more just I'm so impatient. I'm ready for the transporter age to get here and the
Right.
replicator phase. But
right.
until then, I mean, why not garden like a Thundercat?
Garden like a Thundercat. Oh
Yeah.
my. What is this?
Well, you remember Thundercats, right?
Like the show or the movie?
Thundercats.
Yeah.
Ho!
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Lion-O. Sword of Omens. Give me sight. My hand. My green screen is failing me. I don't want the
It's
people
so
to
weird that
know.
it does it for your hands, but not your not anything
I know.
else.
It's like I don't
Right.
want the people to know that there's a green screen behind me. This isn't my real house. Can you believe that?
I don't know. I thought
Sword
it
of
definitely
Omens.
was.
Give me sight beyond sight. Gosh,
There you go.
look at that. Even my back scratcher.
Is it green?
No, it's
I mean, I can't see the color.
you know what? It's made out of bamboo, so I guess it could be.
Oh, maybe.
Ooh, that's dope. Huh.
Oh man, throwback to the '90s.
I know, right? But anyway, yeah. So garden like a Thundercat.
Garden like a Thundercat.
Yeah, I saw these gloves and I was just like, do I want? Do I want?
Oh.
And it's under Amazon Fashion. That's the best part.
So are they? They're practical. Are they a fashion thing, or are they for practical use?
There's something.
What's that video? What's that video?
You want to see the video?
Yeah, I do.
I don't have the audio shared. So.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
So
the
is
name of
this?
the brand is I'm guessing it's Zyjamis.
I'm curious as to how
That
she
is the
uses.
most interesting hat. It's quite Amish, I must say. Ooh, he's all. Look at my hands.
You imagine? Okay,
He
so this is
can't-
what I was hoping. This is what I was thinking that they
The
were gonna
worst part
use
is
it
he
for,
can't
right?
lift. He can't just lift up. He can't lift up the pot. He's like drunk.
Okay, but have you ever done gardening before? Okay, so for audio
Yes, I've
listeners,
done gardening,
it's like
yes.
a normal gardening glove,
Yes.
but then with like these
Yes, it
plastic
is
claws at the end of it.
They are plastic. See, what I can't tell is if they're like super glued onto the ends.
Right. It looks super cheap.
It looks super cheap.
It
right?
looks super cheap.
Yeah, it
But
looks
like when you do
plastic claws.
gardening and you have to like dig holes for seeds, like your fingernails get dirty, your fingers get dirty. So maybe like this is a Wolverine way of not have to worry about that, you know? I don't know. I think I'd be down. They're only $6. I'd be down to try it.
I know it's $6.99. I mean, it's like one of those things. You're just like,
It's a very specific use thing,
it's almost a no-brainer, especially with Prime.
right?
I mean, I've already bought 3 pairs.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I
okay.
didn't.
I mean,
But I've thought about it. I'm like, I mean, they come with a nice carrying case.
yeah.
I mean, for audio listeners, it literally looks like a fairly cheap rubber glove with essentially big sausage
Bugle
bugles.
plastics.
Yeah, if you like bugle potato chips, if you were to put those on your finger, my daughter loves doing that.
Mm-hmm. I used to as a kid.
And pretty much just pictures of them digging into the ground.
Yeah.
So that's why I saw them. I was like, ooh, I could be like a Thundercat.
Yeah.
But
I like it.
for $6.99 US today on the Amazon website, I would say that this is. I would be down to try it.
They're on sale too. You get $1 off.
That's
Normally
true.
$7.99.
There's only 3. Actually, they're $9.99 if you look down here. There's only 3 colors that are on sale.
Oh.
It would be the
Orange.
brown,
Oh, is that brown?
that doo-doo brown,
Doo-doo brown.
green,
That's green. That's not green. That's like teal.
Yeah, that's more teal. And then the purple.
Okay. Okay.
You know what?
Oh, it's
It's a
$10
combo.
for two.
Oh, you can get
Oh.
2 for 10.
Okay, you gotta go 2 for 10.
Yo, that's a deal right there.
That is a deal.
It's like one of those things is like, ooh, should I buy 1 for 7 or 2 for 10? 2 for 10 all
Two
day,
for
man.
10 all day.
I would be down. Why not?
Be down. Why
Why
not?
not?
Why not? So
It would
insignificant, you know.
you would feel smart. You would feel
Mm.
smart making that purchase, would you not?
Um, maybe it would be good for weed control too. You know, like
Mm,
pick weeds from your flower garden because
that's
your
true.
HOA is a pain in the butt. Oh, is
Yeah,
that just me? I think that's
that
just
might
me.
be just you because I
Yeah.
don't have an
Okay.
HOA.
Oh.
A homeowners association of those who are not familiar with what an HOA is.
Oh
They
yeah.
they
Sorry.
control everything about
The
your
worst
neighborhood.
part. The worst part is it's not by the people yet. Like we don't own the
No,
HOA. So
like you literally only own. You don't even own your foundation practically. You
yeah.
practically just own
Right.
the 4 walls
Yeah. Right.
that everything is connected to. Is pretty much it. You don't own your
Right.
lawn most
Right.
times.
Mm.
It's it's something that I'm not. It's something that I personally don't want to be a part of. But
Not
for
a
those who
fan.
are,
Not a fan.
it is what it is, right?
Not a
But
fan.
you don't have to do yard work though, right?
No, I do. Yeah, I don't have a nice fancy.
Wait, they don't mow your lawn with an
No.
HOA? Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Because there's some places that do.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Hmm.
But not us.
Well, now that you've kind of borked my segue, I'll bring it back.
Sorry.
No, because we were talking about things that are smart, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what would you want a smart bottle?
Ooh.
So you say my bottle is so smart. How smart is it?
How smart is it?
Exactly. My bottle is so smart it cleans itself.
Dang.
We are talking about the Liz, the
Okay.
smart self-cleaning bottle with UV sterilization. $65.
Oh my gosh.
And we are talking about a bottle that apparently needs to be charged, but it is ceramic, if I'm not mistaken. It actually is. The reason why it's smart is because it actually has a Bluetooth antenna inside here that communicates with your mobile device, your cellular
Ooh.
device,
Ooh.
and gives you hydration reminders.
Oh.
And okay, so yes, it also has UVC light sterilization inside the top.
Hmm.
So if you are a drinker of water and your bottle kind of stinks after a while because you keep reusing it, this is going to keep you. I mean, I'm not one of those people who reuses a plastic water bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people do that where they buy like a giant like $2 bottle of whatever water,
Right.
and then they just keep reusing that. I'm not one of those people, and that because obviously that's where a lot of the bacteria can kind of collect.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't. I'm not one of those type of people, but I, I don't know. For $65,
That's not big enough.
that's the thing, right? Because
It's not big enough.
I mean, how big is your? This is my water bottle. I'm not going to show the brand because they're not a friend of
Mm.
the show yet. But this is a 40-ounce bottle, and I drink
Right.
4 or 5 of those a day.
I don't have mine with me, sadly, right now.
Hmm.
But 64 ounces, and I drink normally one. Maybe I normally drink 2 to 3 a day.
And
Yeah.
hydrating is very important for you all. Your body and your skin, one of the most important things. So make sure to always hydrate and drink your fluids.
Oh
So
yeah.
I don't know, man. This is a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I think it's way too much money. I think it's a cool concept. I think it could be if it was made cheaper, it could be used in like developing countries to to make water safer for them. But I mean, that's too much money to
I
even
tell you
think
what
about.
I tell you what I would buy if they bought if they created a water bottle lid
Hmm.
that was smart. I would buy that
Yeah.
because I've bought a couple different lids for this. Like this is not the lid that came with it. The
Right.
lid that came with this is one of those like screw on types that has a
Mm-hmm.
wide mouth. But
Yeah.
I prefer I prefer the straw top. I would be more than happy to buy a connected lid like that. You know,
Yeah.
that if it had the UVC sanitation light on the inside and I would just charge it every other day or something. Yeah, I would consider that for
Yeah. That would be a better
maybe
purchase.
$50. Knock $15 off of that and I would be down.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
What about you?
I think $50. I guess I don't know enough about the technology and how much it takes to make something like that
Mhm.
cap for
Mhm.
the UV light, but I just don't know if $50 would still be too much for me. But
Understood.
I'd have to research it more.
It's just one of those things that it's hard to know
Right.
when you buy it online if it's something
Right.
that you want, you
I'm
know.
down with the concept if it's proven to be
Right on.
effective.
Well, so how did you buy your current house? Did you buy because obviously for those people who don't know, you know, Joe has moved away from us.
Yeah. Sorry.
So you actually went out there, right?
No, we were gonna fly out,
Hmm.
but no, we ended up not because of COVID and not really having
So
the
you
time.
bought your house online.
Yeah, we went through a realtor, and the realtor like did like a virtual tour with us, and
How
yeah.
comfortable were you with that?
Um, after like the first couple, we were we wanted to see how the realtor walked through the house and how he talked about everything, and pretty good, pretty good after the first couple, and then after that, we were pretty solid with his opinion and what
Right
he
on.
thought and everything. Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to segue into the next one where because we talked about DIY houses
Right.
uh, last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, the more of the downloadable space, right?
Right. Right.
So what if you're able to buy your house online, and really this is for $190 you too can buy your own container house
Okay. So
out of shipping containers.
when I was deployed back in 2016, 2017, Victoria and I were thinking about doing a tiny home.
Yeah, we've thought about that as well.
Yeah, and we even went through like these design programs and like we're talking to a company, and
Hmm.
we were gonna do it, and we were gonna like do it ourselves, like we were gonna buy all the material and like build it and all this and that. But then we realized that a lot of places aren't very tiny home friendly. Like you still have to buy land, and then with you when you have that land, it's you don't necessarily get the same benefits as just buying a house. So
Right.
then we decided that maybe we would buy like a metal home kit and then put the metal home up ourselves. But then we
Hmm.
were like, that's too much work. We don't even know if we're going to be here for
So
how
that's
long.
the
You know what I
thing,
mean?
right? It's like, but for $190,
Right.
you get something that you could easily replicate. And here's the thing: so
Right.
shipping containers cost $3,000 a piece,
Right.
depending. So, because I've watched a lot of HDTV, where you it's just one of those things, you know.
But
You're just like, what am I gonna do?
right.
Let's binge HGTV all weekend.
Yeah. This is just the plans though, right? Like this is just
It is, but at the same time, it's like if for me, it's like I don't even know where I'd start. But you get all the plans you can think of for 200. I mean, that's even if I did like a even if I did if I can't talk if I did an add-on.
right.
Um,
Right.
this is pretty cool.
I
I
do
would
like
say.
this. I like this a lot. I think it's a very affordable way to live for single people or small families.
Yeah, if you're off the grid and you need all that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
the building cost according to this is 21,000. I'm guessing that means all the materials you need because
Right.
obviously you need to cut that open with like a
Hmm.
rent a cutter of some sort,
Right.
insulation,
Yep.
power. But it gives you for this
Wow.
particular space, it gives you a complete step by step guide. I would say if you're into wow, look at that. You can even do like a salt box house and small house plans, uh, cabin. Again, say it around that. So really, this is just an interesting way to kind of sell plans.
I like it. I'm down.
You're down?
Yeah, I'm down.
I mean, I personally would never build something like this.
Same.
But I'm down for the idea that information should be spread to the people.
Right.
I am down for that.
Yes.
I've seen whatever that movie is with Ryan Phillippe and all of them, where he's a programmer and he's saying the information should be free and given to the people, or for $190.
But that's, this is still better than, it's cheaper than going out and buying a tiny home right off the bat. You can customize it.
I agree. I mean, it's just one of those things where you. I mean, what I like is that this is a good way to share information,
Right.
And they probably spent a lot of money. I mean, not a lot of money, a lot of time putting this together.
Yeah.
So I get it. You want to be able to recoup the time that you can. He probably went through many iterations of this house.
True.
This isn't the first, like, hey, I just made this type of deal. He's like, he put it all together. He probably put in a lot of time. I mean, if you look at the picture here, where is it, right there? I mean, he even has a damn stand for the air conditioning unit.
Dang.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's attention to detail.
Right. That is really
Assuming
cool.
that, the $21,000
is that
cost.
Wait, that's not air conditioning though, is it? Is that water? That might just be water storage.
You're right, that is water. I got all excited. I'm like, ooh.
But even still,
you're off the grid. Where are you going to get the power?
Yeah, I was.
Nothing can stop a train, except if you're off the grid.
Oh my gosh, it's really cool to see like tiny homes, the innovation that's been made, like the amount of different water heaters and different types of air conditioners that have been invented.
Compost toilets,
yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, just seeing all this sharing is good.
Yeah,
I like it
for sure. It increases the wealth of knowledge in the world.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of sharing, how comfortable are you with sharing yourself with others? I mean, obviously, we're sharing ourselves on this podcast, on the show.
Pretty open book.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about your body?
In what aspect? Like,
I'm glad you asked for the clarification, because really that was a bit of a clickbait. So.
Your body function.
So. So you're sharing your body function. So for for audio listeners, this is the nin-nin. And the nin-nin is basically a device that sits on your shoulder and gives. Okay, so the thing about this is that this gentleman is, well, not this gentleman, but the gentleman before, he's blind.
Oh, okay.
And so, and even then, that doesn't make a whole lot. But for the purpose of the context of this video, he's blind. And as he walks up, the nin-nin is recording everything he's seeing, and it's projecting it back to a remote user. So, and this is a project. It's a Japanese project. Basically, you're sharing a bodily function. I know that sounds terrible.
Right.
Either it's going to be your eyes, or it's going to be your legs in terms of. So this is really more just an experience, kind of like, with the original premise of the Google Cardboard,
right,
the VR project,
right,
was to have all these movies where people could go, and this is kind of what the nin-nin is kind of doing. Is that there's an app that's attached to the nin-nin, and you get to go walk around, and people can see what you're seeing, and it's like being a part of the thing, being a part of the experience. So.
I wonder, those people who are like absolutely deathly afraid to leave their house.
Agoraphobes. Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Maybe this would be able to help them like kind of break away from that anxiety, because they could go outside their house and like kind of see that it's not as bad as what they thought it was, or, whatever is keeping them from leaving.
Right. So the idea is, okay, so
therapeutic effect.
Yeah, so it's therapeutic to go to different places that you probably know you probably will never make it because of, if you have a disability that hampers your ability to travel.
Exactly.
You're a shut-in, or that anything that would hamper you from wanting to travel to that area. So that's really what the nin-nin is trying. At least this platform It's
Right.
trying to. I know it says body sharing, and you're like,
Yeah. I think I'd be down for this though, like because I am capable of doing going out and walking
mhm.
around places, so I think I'd be down for sure.
So I was thinking when you mentioned you mentioned off camera that you were going to play volleyball. Like, what if you
Yeah.
could teach someone to serve a volleyball with a nin on your shoulder?
Right. Right. I feel like at that point you just get a GoPro and put a GoPro on you and record yourself and then
Probably,
post a
but
video, but
this is a
real
robot that's
time.
supposed to be like very smart.
Right.
So
What
there's
if
some type
what
of
if
AI.
you are you talking about like you're doing the volleyball serving and you're teaching somebody, or someone else
Yeah,
is doing it and you're
exactly. Or
teaching
if
them
you're
as they're doing it?
playing piano or
Ooh, that
you're
one's smart.
yeah, something like that. I can see multiple applications of this
Yeah.
technology.
I think it's definitely cool. Definitely would make sure that security is pretty high on it so you can't get hacked. It can't
That's
get hacked
true.
and people can like watch you.
Suddenly like 5 million people are watching you because it got hacked and somebody put the
let's
URL.
let's watch Susie learn how to play piano.
And then you get a whole bunch of crazy people watching.
Right.
And you're just like,
Right.
hmm, this is why mommy drinks. This is why we can't have good things.
I do like this technology. I think it's definitely very
Thanks,
innovative.
Joe. Thanks,
And
Joe, for bringing Rule 34 into this. And now I can't
Rule
understand.
34.
We're not
What?
going to talk about Rule 34.
Okay. I don't know what it is.
Well, let's just say Rule
Uh,
34 means that if you can think of it, there's probably
oh.
porn associated with it.
Oh, okay.
That's Rule 34 of the internet. Speaking
Oh,
of the internet, please help us write this show. Visit our subreddit
yes.
at reddit.com/r/I
Hmm.
would be down, where we
Well
will be
done, sir.
posting. Thank you. I think my segues are pretty good today.
Yeah, even
We'll be
good.
putting a lot of these stories out there for you to check out, which we have not been done the best at lately, but we will. We
We
will.
will. We will.
We will. I know that we have several members already in there. So the idea is that we want to use our subreddit, our community, to help plan the content for these episodes. So as you find really cool things that you think would be fun to share with others, whether it be your body or any other product, please post
Your
so we can
body,
check it out.
for sure.
And just like John Mayer says, your body might be a wonderland. So,
Hey.
hey, speaking of your body being a wonderland.
I knew it. I knew it.
And I totally didn't plan that either. That's the worst part.
Liar.
Like, no, I didn't. I promise.
Okay. Ooh. Rollaway shower dreams.
I know. And I have this. You know what? This is actually the. I'm actually probably I'm gonna initially just say right away I'm down for this
Oh,
because
without even.
yeah,
Okay.
because we in our main bathroom we have this issue where the right by the front of the shower, like the drywall there is getting a little too wet and it's starting to peel away from the
Mm.
because of the water damage and stuff, because
Mm-hmm.
obviously that you that happens if you're splashing a lot, you're moving the curtain out or something like that, or just you know
Yeah.
it just I have kids, don't be
Yeah.
gross.
Normal thing. Normal
Yeah,
thing.
but anyway, what this is, and it is crowdfunded, but I think it's already been, oh, there's 26 days left on this. Interesting. I thought this was already something already something already funded on Indiegogo and was on their market. So it's $99. But hear me out. So basically what it is it is a screen that, here's the left bar from it. So obviously right away that blocks water from coming out
Right.
right there, right? Because people buy these little bars,
Mm-hmm.
like, but they're much smaller, right? That
Right.
they come right around there. No, I don't need to see that. It's good for 10 years, and basically you have this rail here and then this rollaway screen that pulls out and hooks in at here over here at the end.
Okay.
And it's obviously able to be done left and right-handed in terms of where your shower is orientated, so that part's good. The actual rollaway shade material, I believe, is it's like a vinyl, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a vinyl. So basically, this thing, that's what it looks like when it's fully open. And it's, yeah, I'm assuming it's fairly opaque. so you can't really see through it.
Right.
Why is that all
I
weird?
don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all that this is. It's a retractable rolling shower screen.
Right. Okay. Okay. I think I'm down for this, but how durable is it?
They say it's good for 10 years.
But you
I know.
got kids. I
I
got
know. I
kids.
got kids.
Are they just gonna accidentally like fall into it and then it breaks and then I gotta buy a new one? You know what I mean?
Damn, you're talking me out of this one. The
Yeah.
future doctor is talking me. He's diagnosing a situation where I would not be down for this.
Because it's quite a lot of money.
Right, and it's drill free installation, so you know that's just adhesive.
Right.
So
So
all it takes are my kids just
to
slips.
trip, to
Yep,
slip,
slip. Yep.
anything. But I think it looks super sleek and super like it makes your bathroom look much better.
Yeah.
But I think you probably imagine seeing these in hotels, like really fancy hotels.
That's where I was thinking. Yeah, I think definitely in hotels that would definitely be the spot to do it.
Or if you have no children, for sure.
Yeah, if you don't have children, then this is awesome. Plus, it's mildew proof. That's the thing I like
That's
about
nice. That's very nice.
it. If it's some type of non-slip material, so that the water just beads up and just falls right off,
Right.
that would be sweet.
Right. I do like it. But I
Yeah,
just
because Lord knows we have to replace the shower curtain every 18 months or so because it's
Right.
just gross. All the
Right.
water stains and
Right. But I personally like stand-up showers. In general, I don't fit in bathtubs, so
I don't know.
I don't like bathtubs. I don't take baths. And my kids like the stand-up shower in our bathroom better, so they normally shower in that
Really?
one. So
Okay.
I don't think they've taken a shower in their bathroom yet. They've taken baths, but not showers.
Right on.
So
Well, guys, if you like this, you let us know because I'm curious to know what you all think. So
can we talk about how every bathroom that they use is a $50,000 bathroom?
I know I'm just like, can we just use like the apartment bathtub or something?
Right. I want to see what it's gonna look like in my house.
I mean, I know it looks like I live in this paradise.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful home.
I'm
I've been
all
to it.
slapping,
This house
I'm all
is
slapping
amazing.
the green screen.
Right.
It's not moving.
It's
I was thinking it would totally start moving and it would like all ripple and stuff.
There
like
you
that.
go.
No,
You
that's
need to
not
get
happening.
an animation one where like these like you have like a bunch of women that just walk across in the background.
Or I
Make you
just
look
have
like you're a pimp or
actually, if
something.
I just have like the Simpsons,
Oh, there you go.
the Simpsons bed that live in,
Yeah.
that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be good for sure.
That would be good. So
He
but
plays
yeah,
piano, guys.
yeah, no, I do actually.
No, I figured you did.
Oh no, yeah, I do. I did all that growing up. So
I don't.
it's just I don't have a good segue for that. I was thinking I had one. I was like, eh. I was gonna say, having a house like that would be out of this world,
Uh-huh.
and that's where the
A
that's where
pocket-sized travel. Isn't that your phone?
you would think,
Pocket-sized travel agent. What do we get? Fairies now?
kind of.
Oh.
But if I said out of this world, where do you think we'd be going?
Space.
So this is an artist render, but he creates a render here that that having this travel card, and you can kind of just book a flight to space, and you can't hear because I don't have the audio on, but basically it's about it's Elon Musk
Right.
talking in the background, and basically it's just this really smooth. It looks like it's just larger than the size of a credit card. Actually, no, it's larger than a playing card, I'd say. But it's called the SpaceX Travel Card, and this is an artist render. It's not real, but
Right.
thinking about it, like if you were able to book your next space flight on a card like this that you carry in your wallet, and then I think there is the price. Yeah, the price is back on here. Sitting at $500,000. It tells you the date of arrival once you leave. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. The date is
Yeah,
November 13th, 2026. You don't arrive at Mars for 6 months.
yeah. I think it takes 7 months to get there. Yeah,
Yeah, well, currently, I think, I think once this becomes a thing, obviously, I think they'll find faster ways to get there.
right.
Because
When it
really, the main
becomes
reason why it takes
necessary.
so long is because you need the propulsion. So
Right,
and the only way they know how to do it right now is to hitch a ride onto the gravitational pull of certain planets to
right.
get that momentum going. So let's get those Star Trek warp engines moving, gentlemen.
So this is a very interesting thing that you brought up. So when I was still in the Air Force, I had to.
Hmm.
I didn't have to go. I was. It was like a reward. I don't know. I was chosen to go to like a leadership conference,
Hmm.
and not Elon Musk wasn't there, but one of the top execs at SpaceX was there.
Really?
And one of the things that they're trying to do is I don't know all the details because I haven't looked it up or anything, but from what my vague memory of it is what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it to where you can fly from like Los Angeles to Tokyo, but it's not a flight; it's a rocket. So you take one of their SpaceX rockets and you basically
Hmm.
go out of orbit, and then you land back in Tokyo, and it's supposed to take 3 times less than what it does now. And one of my questions, like I raised my hand and asked, is like, how are you going to make this affordable for common people? So I think it's interesting that this card's showing up now because they're very serious about doing
Hmm.
something like that.
Well, we've talked about that. I don't think. Well, I don't think we've talked. We obviously haven't talked about this on the show, but with the Hyperloop,
Right.
um, you would have the Hyperloop actually go under the sea,
Mm-hmm.
and you would build a pipeline, and really, it wouldn't take you more than it shouldn't take more than a couple hours to get
Right.
from Los Angeles to Tokyo. The problem is the issue is that because you're going at the speed of sound, your friction is how do you slow down? Because that's the
Right.
hardest part. How do you speed up? Well, the thing is, if it's a vacuum tube, you would just fly, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to make people completely sick, so you
Right.
want to find a way to slowly ease them along the pipe, and then get them full speed, and then bring them back down. So that's where the
Right.
majority of the time would be spent in a closed loop system like that. So I don't know, man. Is this the look of our future?
I think so. Maybe not our future. Maybe our grandchildren's future.
Man, don't make me sad about that. I want to see this.
I think it's very possible
I
that we
want Witch on
will
Mars
virtually.
virtually.
I think it's very possible that we see someone on Mars in our lifetime. I think
I
it
think
is
so.
very possible.
No, I agree. I agree.
I don't think we will
Um,
see life like us living on Mars necessarily, but I think
no, I
that
think it would take some it would take some large marvel
right,
to happen that we could have enough of a habitat that would sustain the
right,
oxygen needed for us to
right.
live
So
similarly to the surface that we have here on Earth.
right. So I was actually reading an interesting article that popped up on my phone this morning, and apparently they had started finding life on Mars, like microbe life.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the I don't remember what their profession was, but it had something to do with microbiology. And they were saying that we could possibly be taking microbes to Mars
Ooh,
on the
yeah, yeah,
rovers and
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah. No,
Because
that's
even
a
though
good
they're
point.
sanitized and they're made, they're built, and very very carefully, but if they still could happen to get on them because we have microbes all over us. You have a thousand plus on you right now on your face, and so do I,
Mm,
and we just don't know it. And he was like saying that the radiation and all that in space would change them in a way that we would not recognize them,
it
but they're
mutate
still
them.
from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then as soon as we put people on Mars, there's no stopping the microbes
Right.
off of our body from just adapting to that life. So it'll be interesting. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to really get to see the evolutional change, but it would be really interesting to like in 1,000 years see what happens.
I
Clearly
agree.
we're not
No,
going
I
to know,
think
but
to me that's fascinating because I
yeah,
grew up a Star Trek fan. I still am a Star Trek fan, and I
right.
think that it's only a matter of time before first contact happens. I would love for it to be in our lifetime. I know it'd probably scare the absolute bejesus out of people. Um,
Maybe, maybe not.
no, it would.
Okay, some people for sure.
Yeah.
Some people for sure.
I mean,
But
considering the rhetoric that's out there right now, people would freak out
right, right.
if an alien race were to come, and it has, then you have that whole unified race theory where everybody
Mm,
comes from a specific root of type of person.
right.
That's why we all look the same. That's why we all have two arms, two legs, and a head, and all that kind of stuff. It'd be interesting, for sure, to see
Right.
how that all comes together. So
I like it.
yeah, I would definitely be down to have a travel card from SpaceX to go to.
If I can afford a $500,000 plane ticket, then I might
Yeah,
as well have that dang card.
I mean, I wish I had a crypto segue I could go into, but I don't.
Ah, dang. Dang.
But we could look good, talking about it. So the last story we
Amazon
have today is
Salon.
because we were talking about your hair, right?
I like it. I like it. Mm-hmm.
And obviously you found out that your wife did it, so that's awesome. Um, interesting in because we talked about virtual kitchens. How about a virtual salon, an AR augmented reality salon, and of course it's from Amazon. That's why that's why that's why the headline is, of course, it's an
Right.
Amazon salon.
Right.
So there's a new hair salon, East London, and basically it is it's a point and learn technology. So basically, uh, they can see hairstyles that are out there, and I think even like hair colors.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, they just point to it, and then I guess it processes the. I'm assuming it captures their new look, and they can order products in the salon by scanning QR codes.
So is this
Yeah, there it is. You can try
okay,
virtual colors.
yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
basically, I think what happens is, or where this goes, is that you make a decision. It goes boop 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 boop, and then product comes out, and then the person at the salon who has the experience of creating the style that you want would then begin, and then whether or not there's some type of guide for the stylist to then do that would be a different story. So
Right.
I could see companies coming together to partner, like
Mm-hmm.
brands like say Paul Mitchell or um, other famous brands that are out there, and they sponsor salon products like
Right.
Aveda or something like
Right.
that.
Right.
Concept salons where you have this technology, you choose the look that you want, and then the products get dispensed to you. You pay right there ahead of time, and then the person who is in charge of transforming your look does so, and
Right.
it does it to the spec. Obviously, in the future, you'll just have robots or something doing this for you. So
Yo, it's funny you mentioned that. There's a guy on YouTube. It could be a friend. Stuff made here.
oh yeah,
Um,
stuff made here.
stuff
No,
made
not friend
here,
of the channel yet,
but should be. I love
but
your
you
work.
should be.
You're amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing. He made a robot that cut his hair.
Nice.
Yeah, and it wasn't great the first time, but he's done it a couple other times, and it's gotten better. And
It
I mean,
just needs to learn. With
he's
machine
crazy
learning,
smart.
it's a
So
data model and it learns and it gets
right,
better and better the
right.
more data you feed to it.
They do this with glasses, right? I don't wear glasses,
Yes,
but
they
you
do.
can like try on virtual
Yep.
glasses. So
Hmm.
I think there's a market for this because there are a lot, like Victoria right now has been thinking about cutting her hair because her hair
Hmm.
goes down past her hip,
Wow.
and it's really long. Yeah. So if she could go and be like, "Ooh, I like this style," or "I like this style," or "I like this
Right.
style," and then decide if she wanted to change her hair like wavy or not wavy,
Hmm.
I think there's definitely a market for this for sure.
Hmm.
I personally would be down too because sometimes I'd like to be like, no, I'd like a little shorter or like a little longer, to see what it would do if I went to like a barbershop or something. I'd be
Yeah. See,
down.
for me, my issue is that I have calyx, like four.
Same.
So my hair like does not sit right in all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of places. So that would be the only thing that I would really have a real issue with in terms of just something like that. I would just want to make sure that the person who's doing my hair knows me and
Right.
understands what
Right.
I'm going through.
I
So
also wonder, does it cost more
You would think. I mean, I think salon services in general are very expensive. So
Right. Fair.
even when you go to places that, obviously extensions and whatnot, they cost
Mm-hmm.
hundreds, thousands of dollars depending on where you go. So I don't see why this service would be any different. I would think if you had a Prime membership, you may get a discount on certain things, but
Ooh, smart. Yeah, true.
I guess time will only tell, right?
Right. I imagine like nails and stuff will be next, and
Yeah, I
makeup
could definitely
and
see that. I could see makeup for sure.
yeah.
And you could just even set up like a subscribe and save. So if you like that look,
Right.
oh, big brain stuff right there.
Amazon call
You
us,
get that.
bro.
You get that for free. Amazon for free.
Uh,
So, anyways,
they don't need nothing for free.
no, but you can have that idea for free. Amazon.
Okay.
Well, guys, that's our show. Joe, is there anything you wanna plug or anything like that?
Not today. No.
Not today.
Not today.
But yeah, we saw a lot of cool things today. So I think,
We did.
yeah, let us know in the comments which was your favorite, which were you the most down for out of what we saw today. For me, I would love to go to Mars, but I guess we'll see how that goes.
Hey, I'd love to go to Mars too.
I agree. So
Let's do it.
So with that said, to all of you in the 0.0000001% of the global population who watch this awesome podcast, we thank you so much for your time. Like, subscribe, share, tell all your
Comment.
friends, comment, join the subreddit.
Yeah. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yes, let's keep the content going. And until the next time,
We bid you adieu.
we bid you adieu.